Good day. This is Sunday. This is my day off. So please, nobody watch this video until Monday after 10. I won't be out of bed. Does anybody see what this is? This is what they call, the linguisto verbinacci. The linguisto verbinacci. Linguisto, language, verbinacci, which is an opening vibration, which the plant, which they call it the capella plant. A cappella, make it up as you go. So this verbinacci, a cappella plant, it enables your mind to open up for the only reason that as it sinks down into your lungs, it's the heat from the smoke before it goes out, it reaches your nose before you extend it from your mouth. So it has to come out both ends, tightening 1, 2, 3 areas up. At the same time, while it's doing this, it's now into your bloodstream almost instantly. So by the time it goes out, you've connected the outside with the inside vibration, and you can believe anything you want. Give me a number. Number 5, that's Jupiter. Jupiter has a 99 letter count in the regular alphabet. But when you speak Chaldean, Jupiter is number 11. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 is not there. 9 is not there. It stops at 8. So the next one is 1. Instead of 9, it's 1. So Jupiter is 1, 1. That's all. Jupiter is 1, 1. Saturn is 6, 6. The difference is 5, 4, which is the sun. 4 in between. When you play the game at in between, it has to be in between the numbers. I'm not going to talk about big numbers right now. I'm just going to talk about reality. What is existing right here, right now, on planet Earth, the way you want to see it, where my feet stand right here on this floor, where this building is, where I am in, where this network is coming from. This is the way I think. So I hope I'm on your planet, because otherwise we'll meet up one day and you'll say, you must be from outer space. Maybe this transition of this computer is coming from another galaxy, and I must be there. I'm on planet Neutron. Why? My name is Ron. My terminal is Ron's terminal. Tron, new, from a new area in space. Neutron. Call it all about me. I'm Tron, coming into you, telling you the numerological differences that I see on this planet. Everyone is just like me. Hey, Ralph. Yeah, that's Ralph over there. I'm going to ask him a question. You know about Mars? Oh, number 51? That's part of ISIS, isn't it? He sure is. 6/22/6, from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Got to make sure the markets are open the next day. 16 hours, 8 hours, 1.6 equaling to the light of day. 8 to the night, 6 and 8 is the night. 6 into Neptune and over to Saturn. 6 and 8 is also Mercury running into Uranus. 1 and 7 come together in low shu inside the planets of Neptune and Saturn. So if you know anything about the universe or anything about the galaxy or anything about the planets or the stars, whatever I'm telling you, take these numbers. Now, how can you neuroscientifically understand that big deal? Well, I didn't take numbers for this, but I'm going to give you numbers. Mix Neptune with Mercury. 1 and 8. 8 and 1 is Venus. Mix number 1 Mercury, with number 6 Saturn. 1 and 6. But in low shu, Saturn is now gone from the 6th position, and they take planet 7 Uranus and put it where Saturn is. That 7 takes the position of 6, and 8, the 1 takes the position of 8. So now 1 goes with 7, and 1 goes with 8. 1 goes with 8. 1, 8, 7, 9, 6. 1, 7, 6, 8. This one is Mercury. This one is Neptune. This one replaces this one. 8 was playing with 6, Saturn. 8 is Neptune. You ever see this? The 14th letter and the 5th letter, 19 equals this and this. Wouldn't you actually look at 7? Un in French is 1, 7, 1, Neptune. September, the 7th month and the 1st month. We now replace 1 with 7. The 17th letter is the Q letter. It is the Queen. It is the Queen letter. We replace 7 with 6. 1 and 7 is 18. 8 and 6 is 14. This is 18. This is over here. This is 14. This equals to 5. This equals to 8. This is the silver matrix. 5 and 8 is 13. It's in the center world. 5 by 8 is 40. 5 by 8 is 40. 8 and 5 is 13 equals 53. Electric company. Earth 3. Earth 3. And Jupiter 5. We just mentioned in Chaldean there is no 9. So after you come to 8, the next number is 1. So in the 9th position, we get number 1 in Chaldean. And we all know 1 plays from the 5th position. 1 plays from the 5th position. Why? Because in the deck of cards, the dice and the center spot is right over here. So now we have Uranus and Mercury come together. Instead, we used to have Neptune and Saturn come together. Saturn is number 93. It says ciel, sky. Sky is number 55. Sky at the same time is number 39. 3, 9, 5, 12. These two letters, 5 and 12, equal to 17. L equals to 17. Mercury and Uranus. Now, as I'm doing this, you're watching all these numbers. Follow from where I go. Follow from where I go. These are the planets. This is the way it goes. It's a spiral. It's a spiral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a spiral, okay? There's 2 systems here. There's a 2, 4, 6, 8, and there's a 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. What I'm opposing to understand is the system runs like this. 3 online and 3 offline. 3 online and 3 offline. Or it's 2, 4, 6, and 8. And then it's 1, 3, 7, and 9. And 5 plays from the center. 5 holds the whole thing together, both areas. But don't forget, there's the stop sign, understanding that when you come to a stop sign on 4 sides, all these corners here is housing. You're driving this way and this way. All this is housing corners. You're not driving on this. You're driving on the highway over here. So anyways, we talked about Neptune. Here, inside of low shoe, 8 and 1 is 9. Inside over here, the only way to get to 9 is this one. Here, it took 2 numbers to make 9. Here, it takes 1 number to make 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one was 1. Did I do that one already? No, I didn't do that one. I have to do it again. The 1 is over here. But in low shoe, it's over here, the 1. So my question is, if the 1 is over here in low shoe, and I was counting in order, how would I get number 1 here? Well, I'm going to explain how I get number 1 over here. I'm going to redraw it. We're going to go like this. We're going to go like this. How am I going to get 1 here? Let's say this was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. That's how you would get it here. Instead of starting in the 1 position, okay, instead of starting in the 1 position by 1, you start in the number position by 3, because this is 1 and this is what's around 1. Okay, it takes the 4 to create any value to 1 to connect together to where 1 can now stabilize 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, and take away this X and go inside. Now it's holding the position from out here. Now you're supporting from out there in here. With this X position, now you can go in D, 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 and D. any which way you want. So you go down into this staircase or whichever way you want to call this. Okay, so what 1 does is now 1 will now play from Neptune. Now over here is number 9. The reason for Chaldean. Are you numerologists? You know numbers? The position of 9 over here is in the position of the 7th gate, played in the 8th world. Already the highest 8 is inside 9. 9 does not exist because they're inside of each other right over here at the position of the 7th gate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9 is at the position of the 7th gate. 7, 8, 9. They're all over here. So 1 ends up over here. So now how do we get this low shoe setup? This is the low shoe setup over here. In which now you have, look what happens instead of 3 and 9. Instead of 3 and 9, where's 3 and 9? We don't have a low shoe here, do we? Yes, we have a low shoe right over here. Look where 3 and 9 over here. The sky over here is between Mars and Venus. This is the Mars and Venus sky in low shoe. Number 93 count is the number to Saturn. So we're saying that Venus. And if Venus is only a human being, a person, place, or a thing, right? And she's number 93, she is 2718. 3 by 9 is 27. 2 and 7 is inside 8 and 1. It's the next level in between these two. In between the heaven of Uranus and Neptune, which is the spirit in you, okay? Look at the 9 birth is now 6. 9 and 6 is now 7 and 6. 7 and 3 and 6 and 4 equals 10, 10. That's the diameter of the moon. A and B now is Mars creation in Pluto, 1 and 2. In which, when they're reclassified to find the number 1, because we chased it down, we're looking just for number 1. 9 is now in the 8th position. Whew. This is the regular numbers. This is number 27 over here. 3 by 9 is 27 over here. 3 and 9 is 12. That's over here. All these numbers, they come together to talk. 7 and 1 is 8. 7 and 2 is 9. 7, 1 and 2 is 10. Center C. A, B, G. Bring me home the bag. Bring me home the ring. Look at this over here. There's a square in this corner, right? 8, 3, 4, 9, 5. Here's my other one. These 3 here. This over here is 135 degrees. 1.5, 45, 45, 45, 135. It'd be 9 o'clock at night, or the birth, or it'd be an hour and a half, an hour and a half, an hour and a half, 4:30 in the afternoon. 240, 270 minutes. 90 plus 90 plus 90, 270 minutes. Or 270 degrees. 270 degrees is 135 this way, 135 this way. Is 270 plus 90 is 360. That's the bottom of the clock. Don't forget, this is the division of the towers. This is the division of the two sides. Okay, look, my head's flat on my head. This is the division of the two sides. Nobody gets it. The water goes there. You're off on this side. You don't touch down here and it fills up right fast, and up here it goes straight up. Both sides. Now after you've filled up all of this and the sands run into it, your teeth have grown. Now that that's happened. Did you follow what I'm saying? And we just, oh look, there's a little rock. It's coming out from the lake. That rock is the tip of this rock over here that spreads across the two sides, connecting them together. I'm trying to explain what it is. So anyways, yes, so the 270 degrees is, the first 45 degrees is 90 minutes and 90 minutes. It's 3 hours. 30 is creation. 366. 18 and 18, 36, 3. Anyways, time. When you see the little dots in time, that's an 8. That means here, therefore, and therefore means 2 parts. 2 parts. 2 parts. Make up one whole 24 hours. No matter how many times you split up the original, it doesn't get any smaller. Outside. Inside, it's different. It's the inside that blows the fuse. So let's go back to these planets and numbers, because you can start number 1 from over here if you want. You want to start number 1 over here because the ace plays from over here. So we're going to start number 1 in the center. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. This is standard. But wait a second. Let's check it out again. Where is it? Seems to have disappeared. Here it is. Now look. 8, 2, 5, 7, 1. Wait a second. Oh, you see, I was like this, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or I could have been like this. It's all the ways. We have to see it all the ways. Some of these numbers, okay, is just, it's all coordinate numbers. When I change it, the coordinate changes. That's all. So this is 1 inside of Mars and inside of Jupiter. We get 13 times 7 is 91. Artificial intelligence, Mars, Jupiter. Jupiter, the biggest planet. Where's the bee haven? Inside of Saturn. Creation is inside Uranus. Mars is actually by Neptune. And Jupiter is planet Pluto. Mercury becomes Saturn. Uranus becomes Venus. And Neptune is now Earth. The blue skies. If we reverse this into low shoe, Mars and Uranus come together. Venus and Mars and Saturn come together. 4, 6. 4 times 6, 4 plus 6 is 10 and 24. 1024 MB, gigabyte. 6 and 7, 42 and 13 is double nickel. 7 Uranus, Venus come together. Over here, Neptune comes together with Earth. Over here, Pluto comes together with Mars. 360 degrees to 4th position. Over here, in the ace position. In the ace position where number 5 hangs out. In the ace position where number 5 hangs out. The number 1. The number 2 is now in Saturn. 2, 6. 26, 266, 2662, 1551, Isis. The reason for Isis is this combination right here. The 3 is inside 7 times 3, 7 plus 3 equals 10 and 21 equals 31. The AC, the Big Mac. But moreover, 7 and 3, that's planet Nibiru. Planet Nibiru is 73, 36, 36 plus 1. 2 times 36, 1, 2, and 36. 36 plus 1 is 37, and that's the roulette numbers. The Sun makes up Mars and Pluto. This is the IT system. Where Neptune is, it's Mars. Where Pluto was, it's now Jupiter. But it goes under the Sun as the combination because 5 and 4 is the area of the place hole. And don't forget, the 9 and 5, they get lost in each other. The 5 is lost inside the 9. 5 and 4 is 9. 8 and 9 is the same letter. Which way do we go? Which way did we go? Which way did he go? This row over here, 5 and 3 is 8. 5 and 4 is 9. Same letter. 9 minus 1, 9 plus 1, 9 minus 2, 7 and 10. Jesus Christ. Bee haven. In this one over here, 6, 7, and 8, 4, 3, 2, the jail, ABC, creation. 6 and 7, which is A and B, which is now the 10, 10 world, above and below. The difference is 3, and the difference is 3, 33, 37, 46, or 30, or 34, 76. It's the diameter of the moon, the word gold, God, and so many other things in creation, and is created in so many ways. 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 equals to 35. 5 by 3, 5 plus 3 equals to 23, 15 and 8, 7 times 2, 7 plus 2. This one over here equals 14 and 9 equals 23. Win a big dog, kiss my ass, more or less. 9, 9, 9, spirit, spirit. Double, kiss my, well, 2 and 9 over here is the birth. 9 minus 2 is 7. 9 plus 1 is 10. 5 and 8 come together is 13. 9, 11, 13. 9, 11, 7 and 4, 11, 11. 11, 11, 6 and 5, 11, 8 and 3, 11. 9 and 2, 11. It's all 11, 11, 11. In the other world of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 and 1, 10, 6 and 3, 6 and 4, 10, 3 and 7, 10, 8 and 2, 10, all 10s. But in this one, it's all 11s. But on the top row, it's 21, which is the cube. In the middle row, it's 12, alpha, beta. On the bottom row, 5 and 4 is 9, 12, 12, 12, 21. Total of 45. 12 is 3, 12 is 3, 21 is 3, 3, 3, 3, the three little pigs, Lovejoy. More than just the three little pigs, just definitely more. Where's that 3 scenario I got? Well, this is not what I wanted to bring up, but here's one of the scenarios of 3. This is inside of a corner of a cube. You go in the back corner, to your left and to your right is 1 and 1. That's your 3, although you only move 2. And here's your 1 out, 4, 5. 11, 11, 11. Sun, 89, 4114, the Mediterranean sun. The split, somewhere in the Mediterranean. All these numbers, Mihida, Mediterranean. The IT, 49, 513 is the sun. Terrain or subterranean, or A and I transformation. You see the N letter over there? That's also made as the U letter if you want. Otherwise it would be a big N that would be made somewhere else. Okay? Rainy N, it is the end of a word, and this is not, there's a completion to this word, is the Mediterranean. Therefore, and also this word can also be capitalized with the N because rain will go by itself and R and N can go together. Why does R and N go together? I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm assuming that because this one is the 1 and 8 equaling to 9, and this is 1 and 4 equaling to 5, F-I-V-E, N-I-N-E, both equal to 24, and both recreate itself. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 6 and 8. It recreates itself. 9 and 5 recreate 6 and 8. The only one that's missing is the 7th gate. A and I, 1 and 9. So I'm not sure. 54 is the sun. 56 is Aleph. It's the same thing as 21. Same thing. This is the same thing. Aleph, Aleph. Almost like saying Allah. The sun is in me. The Mediterranean. Can we fill in the T's over here? See, if I put a T here and a T here, I could never put a T the other way. It's made 2 ways. We run it this way. We either run 4 and 6 or we run 8 and 2. We can't run the T's the other way, otherwise I'll chop this one off when I put it up. You understand? I can't do this. It has to be this way. This way and this way. The other way doesn't go. I'd have to make another level. This is all that goes. So I'd have to put another one that would touch this one so the space wouldn't be void. The same thing for this. I use 2 and 8 or I use 4 and 6. I don't use them at the same time. One or the other. They don't go together. Oh, I'm living my soul. Oh, I can't go this way and this way, but I can go this way and this way. I can just be going this way or this way. Then you got it all done, right? You can just turn. You just turn that one. You're going, oh, I'm on 3 and 7. No, I'm on 9 and 1, but you're never going like this. That's our what's it called in life. But you're never going, you're not like this. This is the moving pictures, the motion pictures. We're standing on the ground. Completion of everything means more than one. If you were everything, right, you have to be completely around and back into yourself that we couldn't tell who was you. The dice cube, show me why there are 5 spots on this dice. There are 6 spots on this dice. That is 11. If I take the spots from that dice and this dice, if I take the spots from that dice and this dice and put it together, I'm still missing here and here. Even if I turn this dice to the side, I'm missing the same 2. I have to turn the 6 dice. Now this and this will take up here and here, and that will now be your Venus, and down here is your Neptune. But in low shu, when this comes into this over here, this one over here is Pluto going over here. and this one over here is Mercury. This one comes away from there and goes here. Pluto goes over here, and Mercury comes from over here and goes over here, and Mars goes up here. So now, Mars went here and was here. But Mars is 4 points. This one is only worth 1 point. The one was playing from the center. The one plays from the center, right? If I have to remove this one, I remove Mars from here. That would be empty. And when you look at the old telephones, they had no letters on this one. But this one eventually came back on the bank machines, right? And they put the Q and the Z there, the 17th letter and the 26th letter, both representing the Queen. 6226 is the Queen Venus of Saturn, and 26 is the Dog Queen, which is the division of the egg, the division of the omega. Somehow, the female must own the egg, and she divided her eggs. Somehow she divided her eggs. She made her duplication inside the egg. And this dumb sperm came in, and again he did it. And the big old guy didn't throw out another good bone. Bad sperm. Then he's the controller in there. That's what I think. You know, I think like that. Boys and girls, I hope you're over 13. I don't like to say this, but I think the sperm is the controller inside of you. Don't forget, this is for fun that I do all this. It's my own reality. And what's the difference if you think that? It's no more than you thinking that you're the Lone Ranger. And remember, the last choice is 100% and always yours. And if it's not, detail it. Tail. The size of any center must be a minimum of this size right here. This is the size you need for the center. There is 1, 2 in the center of the center. There is 1, 2 in the center of the center. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 streets. You drive down into a street, you live over here or over here. Block 7, block 7, block 7, block 7, block 7, block 7, block 7. But in between, it's all 11. 7, 11, roll the dice. It's time to come out. And here's the intersection that we go around. So if we had to go around this intersection, right? And the intersection would be 50 red, and the outside of it would be 25. Now we have to adjust everything else to understand the size of the dartboard and the 20 numbers plus the core. And how many squares in here does it take before you actually know? Before you actually know what the pin on the time clock needs, or the propeller needs to hold on to the pin of the plane so it can spin around. Okay, your core, your body, your backbone, whatever it is that you need to pass the wiring in to get into your body. Okay, what's the size of this hole? What's the size of 0? How many squares is 0? If we really want to know how big 0 is, equating to what the real value of number 1 is, because once you find out about 0, right, you just chop 0 up 360 times, and you'll find out the reality of not 1. You can't figure out the reality of 1. Yes, you could, because 1 would be everything around it. 0 would now be everything around it, would be 1. 1 is in the center. It's a void. All it is a destination point. 1 is a totality of everything starting from the center out, because that is 1 from the center of its own. So anyways, we have 3, 6, 9. We have 9, plus we have to count 1, 2, 3. So we would have to start here and go 1, 2, 3. And we would have to start here and go 1, 2, 3. So we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to go 5 by 5 to find out the size of the first area of how much space it takes before you put the wing nut to turn. That would be 25. 25 plus 10 is 35. That's your electric company. Now, how much more for the rest of it? Because don't forget, we have this one here and this one here. We separate it. It's going around the nut. It's going around the nut. And it's not screwing into the nut. It's coming all together. It's like a ring on top of a nut. And then you put the bolt on the end. Anyways, I'm just building whatever it is. I'm getting carried away. So we started this video, and I'm very far into the video. So what I'm just going to do is some basics now. Mercury is number 103. Okay? Mars takes its position, and it's number 51. That would be 154, and it would be the spirit in the sun. 54 is the sun. 154 is the spirit coming in. It's the rice. That's what I'm assuming number 1 is. It's the rice. That's why number 1 is the 1 position, but its 1 position is this angle. It's coming into number 5 through that angle. Or it's moving from itself into the 2 world and being divided. Or number 1 doesn't ever play from its corner because you hook up number 1. Where's number 1? Oh, look, number 1's right there. Oh, hey, number 1. Where's number 1 now? Oh, look, it's right there. Oh, that's me. I said number 1's right there. He's right there. There's number 1. But that's me. Oh, look, there's a... Oh, my God. Look, 1 and 1. Cheese. Raphael, 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus. So all these letters and all these planets, they talk to each other. In the letter itself, if you tear apart and you vibrate with the word to see what they were trying to convey or to illusion you away. So you have the 2 sides. I was looking for the moon last night with my old telescope and I just kept doing that. A little slower, and I found the center of the moon. There's someone at my door. Just hold on a second. Yeah. So it's funny. I pressed 7744. So all these planets, all these letters. Neptune. Let's just go to Neptune. Replace it with an S saying 7-1. EPT, time of arrival. This says 1 in French. Una, luna, hear the tunes. T is a division splicer like I just showed in the last picture. N and N is a repeat from one to another. It begins with the same thing. Y. New tunes, the point, the scepter. Neptune. Yeah, I'm not doing a video. You come in. You can come in. So anyways, I take this away and I take this away. This is the SS inside of Neptune. If you ever look at the pitchfork of Neptune, and I'm not going to get into that right now, and I'm not going to get into any of these numbers, and you understand where I'm coming from everything else, and I'll do my next video. I'm going to do a video for a friend of mine. I'm going to try to get a few numbers on Mars. Tear that word apart, right? Let's just tear that word apart. Mars, Earth, they don't have the letter U. But I showed up, and then there was all of us. You, and you, and you, and you, and holy God damn, we're all on Mars. Don't buy a ticket. You're already here. Make yourself some money. Put it up against the amount of people who are going to end up going to Mars. How many people you think are going to go to Mars? And when they get there, you'll never know. So unless they can call you, Raphael, 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus. I had to just make one more mark. That 58 mark, that's the mark. That's the halfway mark of everything. 58, 85. I'm going to explain it. 8 by 8, 64. 5 by 5, 25 equals to 89. 9 times 8, 72, and 79, 89. 8 and 9 is the height of high of all. Anyways, when we showed this to you, and I don't want to fool around anymore, and there's just so many things I can do. But you know what? After 33 minutes and 33 seconds, 0.289584662. Did I just say that? He said it. I'm from a digital planet. I'm not even on Earth. I'm not even on Earth. You think I live on Earth? Mr. Tackpence on Earth? I want to know your comments. See, I'm at 34 minutes, and maybe 1 or 2 people might get to the end of this by next month. But I want to know how many people still think this, where you are, is planet Earth, and whether or not my transmission is coming to you from somewhere on the globe somebody lives on. Thank you.